Hello everyone, welcome to Game Rating Review, and today I'll be talking about sleep apnea. So I had all the telltale signs of it. I would snore, would wake up in the middle of the night and not be really sure why that was happening. Would just feel tired a lot of times, and to be quite real, I thought I had diabetes actually. I've been gaining some weight lately, and I think this involves gaming because as a gamer, the first thing you don't think about is, I should go work out. The first thing you think about is, what's the next game? How are the graphics? How's the gameplay? How's the look of it? Does it compare to this game in the same genre? And that's usually what we think about. And when it came to sleep apnea, I mean, I was a gamer first, and I took a back seat to working out, definitely. I was also in transition between going one type of work of being a delivery driver to another type of work, which is office work. I was tired of being on call and being a delivery driver, yes, especially when it comes to medical supplies. You're going to have to work overtime, and as each job I got paid a little bit more, but I was also working more. I was also getting more and more hours, and it was fine, I guess. I just ignored my sleep until I finally got an 8 to 5 job, which was great. It was a godsend, and I needed it. And it wasn't until I got this 9 to 5 and that I should still be tired whenever I would wake up. See, when I was on call, I would just blame my tiredness on, I went to work and then came home at midnight, fell asleep, went back to work, and did that 4 or 5 days out of the week, and that's why I was tired. But come to find out, it was from something more. So I went to the doctor thinking it was diabetes, but I was pretty sure it was sleep apnea, because another one of the signs that I had it was I would wake up and I wouldn't be able to breathe. With it either being mucus on my throat, or I just couldn't breathe, or my heart would be like pumping so fast, and I would just wake up being like, oh man, what's going on? Oh man, I'd jump out of bed and I was thinking I was having a heart attack. This happened a lot to me, at least every other month that this would happen to me. And so I knew that there was a problem. So I, again, got a new job where I actually have really good health insurance. Went to the doctor. Good news, don't have diabetes. Other news was that I had sleep apnea. This is whenever you're sleeping, you just stop breathing. And apparently there's a few types of sleep apneas. There's one that I knew was obstructive, where, you're flapping your throat just like stops, prevents you from breathing. And then there's a second time, which is called central sleep apnea, which apparently is what I have. And this is when your brain tells your mouth to stop breathing. That's concerning that my subconscious wants to kill me. It was a little alarming to hear that, because I wasn't sure, but it was good. I was validated in knowing by how tired I was, and I was glad that I was grounded enough to know that this was another factor. So this was definitely something else that was going on. And I found out that I would stop breathing between 14 to 30 seconds, and that would happen 113 times an hour, and that my blood oxygen level would go down to 60%, which is crazy because our blood oxygen level is usually around 90, and that's a lot. It really made me look back at some of my videos of even when I wasn't working 70-hour weeks, and how tired I would look, or how just unmotivated I was at certain times. I heard from family and friends that whenever they did sleep apnea, whenever they did the C-PAP machine, which is what you need to kind of, get through the apnea at night, that they felt transformed, that they felt they have energy in the morning. And so hearing encouraging stuff from family and friends actually made the transition a little bit easier for me and a little bit better to accept, because I used to deliver and be around sleep apnea machines or C-PAPs, and I never wanted to be that guy, because once you get on it, unless you lose weight or something, you might be on the sleep apnea machine forever and have this mask strapped to your face. And I have my mask here. I've worn it for 5 to 6 days, and I just put it on and I sleep with it on, and that's it. That's my mask, and it has been rough, let me tell you. It's been interestingly rough, because I'm not used to sleeping on my back, which is what they initially did when they did a sleep study, When I first found out I had sleep apnea, they did a sleep study. They put all these nodes in my head. They made me lay down. Then they put nasal cannulas in my nose. And then the second one, they actually put the actual mask on my face. You can do just nasal ones. This one has the mouth on it because I know I open my mouth when I sleep. You could breathe as well if your mouth is open or if your nose is open. So very interesting. I've been sleeping most of the night with it on, but once the sun comes up, I just can't take it anymore. I take it off. I'm like, I just needed some sleep with this mask off. I'm just not used to it being on my face yet. And I know I'm going to get used to it, and I need to, because even that little bit of I sleep with it on, I feel tons better. I feel awake. I feel alert. And everything that they say about it is true. And that little bit of health consciousness, I guess, goes forward. You know, I'm thinking about the future and about my health and how I want to, you know, see the PS5 come to fruition, or what Nintendo has planned next. Or I don't have any kids, but, you know, just thinking about people with kids and thinking about my family, and you want to be there for the future. I want to be there for my wife, and, you know, that's worth being more healthy. So since doing the sleep apnea, I've also given up sugar. I've given up fried foods. I'm taking my diet very seriously, but I'm not going overboard like I always do and fluctuate my weight. I'm being very conscious of just taking my time, be like, I'll get there. You know, I'm giving up ice cream is a big one because I love my sweets. I love my ice cream. So giving that up is, I'm getting to where I'm feeling those cravings. And even fried food's crazy because I know that just French fries alone are terrible, but soft drink French fries, terrible. And every time I drink a soda like Mountain Dew or even just a Coke or a Dr. Pepper, it would like mess me up. I get all gassy and feel weird, and I'm just like, man, I don't like the way it makes me feel. And I think carbonation was definitely the first thing I needed to give up. Just that sugar and the bubbles, it just messed me up so much, and I just wouldn't listen. I just kept doing it. I know I was addicted to caffeine because I just wouldn't listen to myself, and I just kept on drinking it. Yeah, so sleep apnea has been interesting. Getting used to my C-PAP machine's been also tough, but I think it's worth it at the end of the day. I'm just gonna have to wear that mask. I'm thinking about hopefully getting a even more comfortable mask and going from there, and hopefully, you know, you think about your health as well, because it's very important. Even if it's a small thing, even if you give up one thing, I mean, that to me, that's worth it. If you see yourself kind of getting, like, to me, it was just caffeine at first, then it was fried food. And once I gave up those two things, and then sugar, obviously. Sugar was a big one. I was eating sugar all the time. And once I gave it up, I realized how much sugar intake I was doing. And whenever I just gave up sugar and fried food and everything, I lost 10 pounds in 1 week just from doing that. And I mean, I'm eating pizza and hamburgers, and I'm just staying away from French fries and from the sugar and the carbonation. And I'm like, every step, you know, when I plateau, and I'm like, okay, time to give up the carbs and time to give up everything else, I'm slowly giving it away, so it's not a big thing. And then I'm getting used to getting more vegetables and everything else. I've been eating a lot of fruit, and I know that some people think, you know, fruit has a lot of sugar in it. And I love this quote that I've heard, that no one has ever gained weight from eating fruit. No one. It's never happened in history. So if anyone's poo-pooing you for eating fruit, just be like, hey, you know what? It's healthier than eating other stuff. Other sugars even. So yeah, that's my health rant. That is my C-PAP rant. And this is me trying to be healthier for better tomorrow, so that I can continue this YouTube channel, so I can continue vlogging about video games. I'm very excited about E3, but I had to talk about this thing that I'm dealing with currently, and it's been on my mind for a while. And yeah, hopefully I'll be able to do vlogs like this in the future. And think you have sleep apnea, please go out and get it looked at. Please go out and get tested, because it'll change your life. And you know what the doctor told me was basically I was dying. That if I didn't do something, it would hurt me so much that my death would come sooner than I wanted. And yeah, so it really put the fear of God and the fear of death into me, and made me realize that, yeah, I need to grow up and I need to start doing stuff for my health. And I have been, and it's been great. It's been helping me a lot. Even though I haven't been getting a lot of sleep, the sleep that I have been getting is great. So yes, please be healthy. Please encourage others to be healthy. And if you're not being healthy, I've been there for a long time, for 35 years of my life of struggling with health, of going on a million diets, and I've been there. So I mean, hey, if you don't care, that's fine too. I mean, do what you gotta do to be happy. But, just if you can give up one thing, that's also cool. So thank you so much for watching me talk about myself and my health and everything else that's going on in my life. Please hit like, subscribe, and like you see. And yeah, please let me know what's going on. And thank you so much.